Sorry about the short video there. I think my camera is spitzing out. Anyway, it's 9:25 in the morning, West Coast time. Continuation, October 9th, 2023. I was trying to figure out how Iran would smuggle weapons into Lebanon or even to Gaza. The one route I had suggested was going through with their boats or even a captured freighter or something, sailing it from the Persian Gulf into Indian Ocean to the Gulf of Aden, into the Red Sea, going up to Suez Canal, through Egypt, and into the Med. Of course, they want to try a different, harder route, is going through the Caspian Sea, sailing through Georgia and Armenia and Azerbaijan, through the river tributaries, to end up into the Black Sea. Then from the Black Sea, you go through to Istanbul, through the locks, into the Aegean Sea, which dumps right into the Mediterranean. That's one way. I mean, those are the ways I've seen so far that they could do it, unless they really want to do this thing long term. Sail a freighter, if they're allowed to, under a different nation's flag, I suppose, from the Arabian Sea into the Indian Ocean, past the Cape Horn, Horn of Africa, head up the coast, circumnavigating around Africa till they get to Gibraltar. Then from Gibraltar through the Mediterranean and towards the eastern end of it. The longest route. I mean, those routes are doable. With different multi-nation flags, it could be doable. Another day or two, we'll have the Fifth Fleet out there with a Ford leading the pack, staying off the coastline. Because Americans are already involved, we got skin in the game. So America definitely is going to be supporting Jerusalem, Israel at this point. But there should have been negotiators in here to get into Gaza to see who the hell's got the hostages to negotiate. But Israel's not going to do it. They're going to flatten Gaza. Flatten the people of Palestine. It's no wonder I've got an issue with this damn thing. Because I keep thinking, what the hell happened if we happen to be in the same situation or something similar to that effect? And unfortunately, if I continue along those routes, I'm going to be just as crazy as the nut jobs out there who want the bloodshed like crazy. I could see it. I could do the hypotheticals that could turn into damn conspiracy theories, which will be passed on like crazy. I could do it. The question is, do I want to? Do I support Hamas? Fuck no. Do I have sympathy for the Palestinian people? A great deal. Do I understand Israel's pain? Yes, I do. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be picking one side over the other. There's always the other side looking at it for peace, or just for some kind of stability in the Middle East. And because Israel's still having its issues and bringing its full military into the civilian populations over there. The problem is when you're dealing with a jungle warfare, as some of our guys had discovered in Vietnam and afterwards, you don't know who your enemy is. They disguise themselves. But you know, we actually had this thing happen to us and didn't even realize it. Turn yourself into a friend and you backstab them like crazy. It's known to happen. Looking at this thing makes my stomach sick, churning. I'm just watching the map. I'm not watching the reports. I'm not seeing how everything else is going hell in a handbasket at this point. I'm not seeing what I should be seeing or should not be seeing, which is all hell breaking loose. And is this necessary? And quite honestly, God, I don't know. Because we definitely have an issue. We have an issue. How am I supposed to handle this? How am I supposed to deal with this? I'm asking myself these questions because I don't have the answers necessary. Scared? Yeah, I am. I'm scared over this damn thing. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how this is going to be affecting us a great deal. Ah, shut up with the damn commercial there. I just turned this damn thing on. Oh, hell. Hold on. There we go. Sensitive mic. I guess I probably would be considered a traitor. I guess I would be considered a traitor at this point. Traitor to who? Am I a traitor to the United States of America? Or someone else's version of what America is supposed to be? Am I a traitor to the Israeli government? Because I'm not Israeli. I'm not. Am I a traitor to the Palestinian people? Would I be a traitor to Hamas and the terrorists out there as such? Yeah, I guess I would be considered as such. But just how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with it? I don't know. What the hell am I supposed to be thinking about? I'm trying to figure what is supposed to be so important that we got right now that's fighting for. I mean, freedom, liberty, yeah, we do that shit a lot. But the thing is, we have to understand both sides of it. Not just one side, one party, and that's about it. We're not understanding it because we're not willing to do it. We're not willing to study the history. Why do things happen in the first place? And is there a reason or is there a pathway for even just a status quo to happen? There's always more than one viewpoint to look at. If you understand the pain on both sides, you understand the reasons. Either find a common ground or actually do select a side. The methods suck. Last few days, the methods sucked. This was basically considered all hell breaking loose. How the hell do we deal with this? If it's to exploit the pain of Palestinians, well, we gotten so damn jaundiced, I guess we forgot all about the damn crap. I mean, it's one thing that the Palestinians did just to, something to capture our attention, or probably send people out there just to keep talking about it. But Israelis weren't going to listen until forced to. Was this a way for the Palestinians to do it? By using Hamas? Or was Hamas using an excuse at this point? Scott, I don't know. Hamas taking advantage of the situation and our naivety. So they're going to drive us crazy with it. We're going to be portrayed as something else. We're watching this shit happen. We've been told about atrocities still happening in the Gaza Strip, and we only paid attention to Israel, but not enough to the Palestinian people. We didn't even bother to study the history more and more about the Middle East. We just only reacted to the immediate crisis, which we're doing right now. Yeah, which means I'm sympathetic to what's going on these days. I'm not supposed to. I'm watching how Gaza is getting its ass kicked by Israel. Television in Gaza, video cameras are showing a devastated neighborhood. Smoke rising up, fires all across the town. A constant missile barrage. And we had to send over, we could have been sending relief supplies. We're not even doing that. Strike group. What's that mean? We're sending a strike group to destroy or to support, or maybe both. And I don't know how the hell we're supposed to be able to deal with this shit. Maybe I've become too damn insensitive. More of it. I could close down the laptop and just not see any of it anymore. Problem is I need my laptop to do work or school. And I can't stand seeing this. I'm seeing all hell break loose and I can't deal with this. I'm having a hard time trying to comprehend why. The funny damn thing about going to a community college, taking a course and being presented a challenge of an essay that's something about from moral to amoral behavior. What I'm seeing is that behavior here's the thing. I think they had a thunderstorm moved in the Gaza. I thought I saw lightning. Oh boy. I wonder if God's really pissed off. If God is pissed off at him, we are in for it. This is a conflict that's going to continue on. This is going to be continuing on. It has been and will continue on. The Middle East knows no peace, no compromise, no status quo. Always having a civil war, civil strife. But none of it makes sense. These are my own damn thoughts regarding this shit. I can't take one side without knowing why the other side's doing what they're doing. I'm sorry. I mean, I could raise up my head and say it in pride with a puffed chest and say, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry for the human race acting like this shit. I'm sorry that we're trying to kill each other for no apparent reason. We take hostages. There had been reports. Were they substantiated? Or we're just going to be stuck with the reports without having substantiation verified. I mean, 2,600 injured, 700 Israelis killed, 9 Americans either killed or captured, or probably both. But when they started talking about in specifics about atrocities happen, it's like I'm thinking back to while we were talking about the weasel words back in the classroom. Doesn't matter what. We're still seeing this shit, and it's horrifying. It's horrifying. There's only so much a human body can stand, not to mention the human soul. I could cry like crazy, but I am so much in a deep denial and shock right now, I can't even figure this shit out. And I am having a hard time focusing. We're going to be continuing to talk about why the attacks happened. Why was this so important? Why was this so necessary? They're going to be complaining and pointing fingers at each other and say it's your fault for the damn security net and the intelligence to fail. But I suppose my job is to be witness. To record tragedy. To put my own voice to those who can't speak. The anger, hatred, confusion. The millenniums crying out through people's voices. Why? And no one's got a straight answer. Pre-programmed. Pre-programmed, pre-packaged. Deal with it. And the cycle continues on with each generation. Israel will never know peace. It is a land of constant war, like Syria and all the other Middle East countries that has had their own schizotic effects. Schizophrenic. Oh, they'll keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. And I've got a problem dealing with it. There is no set solution except a long, drawn-out road. Can't be reconciled. It can only be acknowledged. They can do all the finger pointing at this, unless they're going to survive with each other. They don't have to like each other. They don't have to marry each other. They just have to survive. But am I seeing the beginning of the end of the Israeli people and the Palestinians? Am I hearing the voices from the other places who wanted to see Israel die? Had so much of a disdain against the Jewish people and a Jewish nation. They're willing to risk the lives of the Palestinians just to prove their own damn ego, their own damn self-importance. Not one of them would come to the aid of each other or try to send peace envoys. Even the United Nations doesn't do that now. But my country, the United States, will be willing enough to send a strike group. I just wish we had a damn diplomat on board. But will both sides listen? Will both sides talk? Or is Israel locked in a constant siege mentality? A long time ago, they tried to promote tourism. If I go to Israel, I'm saying if. Body armor I'd carry and a combat helmet. I wouldn't know how to use a gun. But that's what I'd be bringing along with me. Body armor and a combat helmet. Besides cameras. We are so screwed, us. We are so screwed as human rights, it's not even funny. It'd be a miracle if anybody would actually survive. It'll be a miracle if there's any negotiations. God forgive us all. God have mercy on us all.